I'm Klaus Müller, and welcome to EuroFlix, the show where we discuss up-and-coming projects and producers and directors and find out what's really going on behind the lens. My guest today is very special. We've been trying to get her for months here at EuroFlix, and she is an amazing director, producer, dancer, actress, model, and an amazing writer who has come up with the most fantastic movie. You have to see it. Please welcome Dina Abramowitz.
Abrahami.
Gesundheit. Dina, my first question is, what is your full name?
My full name is Adina Alexandra Abrahami.
Now, you know, Adina comes from the Hebrew word. It means delicate, like a flower. Or it comes from the King David and his Reubenites, you know, the warriors. And Abrahami is, it means, boy, the Polish sausage is overcooked.
No.
And where do you think it comes?
Abraham.
Oh, like Lincoln, free the slaves, let's go party. You then hip hop, yo.
No.
Okay. So I must ask you, you should tell us of your childhood. Where were you born and what you did?
I was born in Israel.
What part?
Tel Aviv.
That's the best part, trust me. Go ahead.
And then I moved to the United States when I was 3.
Which one?
Well, I lived in New York when I first moved to the US, and then California.
What was so great about California? I've been there, and then we had that earthquake, and I almost shizened all over the floor. I was so scared. Now, let's get serious for a moment here. At what age did you decide you wanted to be in the film industry?
I mean, I grew up performing since I was like 3 or 4 years old.
Awesome,
So,
like you know, ballet, tap, jazz.
Right, I was dancing and I was also singing. I did a lot of theater.
I like ballet.
Yeah, ballet was great.
Now, I must ask you, question 5 is, did you go to college for acting or for writing?
I went to college.
Yeah, which one?
UCLA.
UCLA, nice college, yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's a good school.
What did you study there?
I studied economics and art history.
Wow, those are 2 bullshit subjects, man. You can't even
They
use
kind
them.
of are.
Right?
I agree with you on that. They
Art
kind of
history,
are.
what are you going to do? Oh, look, there's an old painting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's old.
It's true.
Now, I know you personally believe in the power of energy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you use this in your work?
I mean, for a comedy, yeah. You know, you want to make people laugh. I think that if that's the energy that you're putting out there, people will be receptive to it.
Now, you go back to this Must Kill King movie that you're trying to make, which is awesome. I'm loving this idea. How did you fall into the horror film genre?
I grew up watching horror movies. I love them.
No, Jesus Christ, I almost dropped my cards on the walls. How did you come up with the concept for the Must Kill King, this film?
I was out with some friends.
Right. Oh, I understand. You were at a football game, yeah?
Baseball game. I was in a Yankees game.
Yeah, Yankee, New York Yankee. I knew that.
Right. And we were talking about Blood Lust, and then we were talking about next project, and we were just trying to come up with the ideas for like a new horror film.
It's really tough, yeah?
It is, because Stephen King has taken all of them.
Right, so you decide, well, you know, why don't you kill Stephen King and then you come up with a new idea?
Well, I mean, the premise of the story, it's 2 disgruntled film writers, horror film writers, and they're trying to come up with ideas for horror films, and they're having some trouble. So,
well, let's not give it away, because my audience, they're violent. They'll take it right off you. Anyway, how do you choose the actors for this film especially? What is the criteria?
if somebody can act.
I should rephrase the question. Let me skip that one, it was terrible. This is very important to me. Who in the world do you admire the most?
Do I admire the most?
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, there are a lot of people. Bruce Campbell.
Ah, yes, Bruce Campbell. And now then, opposite, who do you admire the least?
There are a lot of people. Kim Kardashian would be a good example.
Bitch, right? Yeah. Now, what kind of food would you be if you were food?
If I was a food, what kind of food do you think I'd be?
I I think when I look at you and I take in your order and all this, I'm thinking like a steak, medium rare, with a great amount of peppercorns on it to give you that bite.
Mm-hmm.
That is you.
I'm a steak.
It's the steak, maybe with a bit of asparagus on the side.
Right.
Because asparagus smells when you pee. What makes a good film, especially a good horror film?
What makes a good horror film?
Yeah.
Well, it needs to be scary. That's,
Boo! Like that, yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Okay.
It needs to be scary. It needs to be believable.
Yeah, believing is, especially in comedy, like I believe a lot of things, and when I produce and write a film, it's always believable. Yeah, go ahead.
I think those are probably the two biggest components.
You have quite big components, I've noticed. Now, if you could clone one person in the world, who would it be? Dead or alive?
Yeah, I don't think I'd want to clone anybody.
What about the Jesus one?
Actually, yeah. No, that's a good
Jesus
point.
was the OJ, the original Jew. You know?
Right,
Yeah.
totally. Yeah, I might actually want to clone Jesus. I think that would just be awesome.
Wouldn't it be cool? You could hang and say things
You can
like...
hang out, he was like, not only was he Jew, but he was also kind of like a hippie, right?
He was hippie, and also you could hang with him and go things like, hey, Jesus, could you make me like a table? Because he was a carpenter.
Right, totally.
Right?
I wouldn't have to pay for any of my furniture.
Wouldn't that be cool?
That'd be
I
awesome.
would like to meet him one day. And
I would like to
probably-
clone Jesus.
Yeah, or if it happens, I would probably meet him once this interview is over and I die on the way home in a bus accident.
Oh, that's sad. Don't say that. No.
But you could write
Nice.
about it and make a movie,
Jesus
horror.
That's true. That's true.
Scary bus accident movies. German dies in bus accident. Hello. Okay, it's time for my favorite part of the interview. Are you ready, Adina? I'm sorry. My pronunciation sucks like shit. What is your favorite word?
Facetious.
Least favorite word?
No.
Favorite body part?
Favorite body part on me or on other people?
I don't care, it doesn't matter, I haven't seen it.
Collarbone.
Least favorite body part?
Feet.
Yeah, I think so. And they smell,
Right.
and you got like the fungus of the toe,
Yeah,
the
they're like
jam.
sweaty and it's nasty.
Yeah, but that's, that's on a good day.
Right. That's gross.
But I wanted
Yeah.
to thank you today for coming and being part of my show.
Thank you.
This is EuroFlix. My guest today was Adina Abramowitz.
Abrahami.
Yeah, whatever. And we wanted to thank you for tuning in. Please, next week my guest will be Casey Anderkush and his new movie, Holy Shit, I Fucked a Snake.